August of 1987, I dreamt I was in this room. And this man came to me, and his name was Roland Buck. Roland was a pastor in the western part of the U.S., over 3,000 miles away from where I lived. I never met this man. I never talked to this man. Actually, at the time, if I remember correctly, he was already gone and he was in the cloud of witnesses. But I read a book from Charles and Frances Hunter about this man named Roland Buck. And Roland Buck was the guy they called the man who talked with angels. So as the dream continued, it shifted over to a guy that I was working with, that I'd worked with previously. And I said to him, what is the key that I want to see God's power in miracles, signs, and wonders take place in my life? And the man came up to me and he cupped his hands, and at the top of his lungs, he yelled into my ear 3 words: compassion, compassion, compassion. And then he stopped and he shouted it again: compassion, compassion, compassion. And in the background, I could see Roland Buck, and he was smiling and he was laughing and he was nodding his head, and I woke up. When I woke up from the dream, my pillow was soaked with tears. I was shaking. My whole body was shaking under the presence of God. Before I came out of the dream, I went and I heard a sound, and I wasn't awake, I was asleep, but I heard a sound outside of my flat where I stayed. And I heard this sound, and it sounded like an object fell from heaven. And I heard it go, shh, and I heard it hit the ground right outside my door. And through the door, I could see, with the eyes of my spirit, I saw an angel walk in, and he bent over, and he began to whisper in my ear, compassion, compassion, compassion.